Hello everyone and welcome back to another math video. In this video, we're going to talk about equations with variables on both sides. Our goal is still the same. It's still to isolate the variable. So we have to undo stuff to get that variable all by itself. So when I have variables on both sides, what I want to do is move all the stuff with letters on one side of the equation and the stuff without letters on the other side. So let's look at that first example. We have 5x plus 3 is equal to 2 times x plus 18. I'm going to draw my wall. My wall is still around that equals. To move anything to the other side, I still have to do opposites. It does not matter if you move the variables on the left or on the right. You can pick your favorite side. I usually put the variables on the left. So if I want all my x stuff on the left, then I got to move this 2x. So right now, that 2x is positive. To move it, I'm going to do a minus 2x. What I do to the left, I got to do to the right, and vice versa. Math is always fair. You got to do it to both sides of the equation. Now, the reason I chose minus, this is a positive 2x, and 2x minus 2x is going to zero out, and it's going to leave us with just that 18 on that side. On the other side, I have 5x minus 2x, which gives us a 3x. And then I still have that plus 3. Notice that plus came down with that 3. That tells me the operation that's connecting the 3x with the 3. And then it's just like a two-step equation. I'm going to peel the layers. So I've moved everything. I moved the variables to one side, and now I'm going to start peeling layers away to get the variable by itself. The opposite of that plus 3 would be minus 3. What I do to the left, I got to do to the right. So positive 3 minus 3 zeroes out. So I'm zeroing out if I have things that's added or subtracted. I have left a 3x over here. On the right-hand side, 18 minus 3 is 15. So now I have a 3 times x. The opposite of times is division. What I do to the left, I got to do to the right. So now that 3 divided by 3 is going to reduce to just 1. So this is 1 times x, which is just x. And 15 divided by 3 is 5. So I'm going to get x is equal to 5. Now remember, you can always check to see if it's right. So let's plug it in. We had 5 times x. We're saying x is going to be 5. So I'm going to put parentheses 5 there. Plus 3 equals 2 times x. We're saying x is equal to 5. Plus 18. So we're asking, is that true? So I've got like little question mark over my equal sign. So I'm going to work with that left-hand side. 5 times 5 is 25. 25 plus 3 is equal to 28. On the right-hand side, we did multiplication first. We have 10. 5 times 2 is 10. Plus 18. 10 plus 18 is 28. So you see it does check out. So you can always check your answers for any of these. But the goal is to get all the variables on one side. And then you're going to start peeling those layers. So let's look at the next one. We have 7 times x minus 4 equals 3 times x plus 12. I want to get the variables on the same side, so I'm going to choose to move them to the left. I'm going to draw my wall. So how are we going to move that 3x? We need to zero it out, so we're going to subtract 3. The reason we're going to subtract the 3x is because 3x minus 3x means I have 0 x's here. And 0x would just be a 0. And then 0 plus 12 means I just have a 12 on the right-hand side. On the left, 7x minus 3x is 4x. And then we have that minus 4. Notice that minus came down with it. So I have 4x minus 4 equals 12. That's the same equation as what the above is. 7x minus 4 equals 3x plus 12. It's just simpler. And that's the goal, is to simplify in each step. So then we're going to do an opposite again. Subtract 4. The opposite is add 4. What I do to the left, I do to the right. Negative 4 plus 4 zeros out. I have 4x on the left. 12 plus 4 is 16. And then we're going to divide. So now I have x is equal to 16 divided by 4, which is 4. We could check it, and we would see that that would work too. Let's look at example 3. It's a little bit different. So I have 2 times x plus 3 equals 4x minus 2. So in this case, we're going to start by simplifying that left-hand side. We're going to distribute. So we're going to have 2 times x, which is 2x. 2 times positive 3, which is a positive 6. So I'm going to write plus 6. So I have 2x plus 6, and that's going to be equal to the other side, 4x minus 2. And then now we need to get variables on the same side. I'm going to draw my wall. I'm going to move this 4x over, so I'm going to subtract it. 4x minus 4x is going to zero out. That right-hand side to really just a negative 2. 2x minus 4x is a minus 2x. And then we're going to have plus 6. That's going to kind of carry down there. So I have negative 2x plus 6 equals negative 2. We're going to do opposite again. So we're going to peel off that layer with that 6 by subtracting it. 6 minus 6 zeros out. We're left with minus 2x. Negative 2 minus 6 is negative 8. So now I have negative 2x equals negative 8. This is understood multiplication, so we're going to do the opposite, and we're going to divide by negative 2. So negative 2x divided by negative 2 is going to give us just a 1 times x, which is x. Negative 8 divided by negative 2 is a positive 4, so we get x is equal to 4. So this is where you may want to pause the video, try these, come back and check your answers. For that first one, we're going to start by drawing a wall. So I'm going to move the variables to the left. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. 3x minus 3x is going to zero out. Right-hand side's just a 19. 6 times x minus 3x is a positive 3x. And then we have plus 1. So I have 3x plus 1 equals 19. So now we're going to peel off the layer with that 1. The opposite of plus 1 is minus 1. The 1's cancel, so that zeroes out. So I'm left with 3x on the left. 19 minus 1 is 18. So 3x equals 18. We're going to divide by 3. On the opposite of multiplication there. 18 divided by 3 is 6. So our final answer is x equals 6. And B, I'm going to draw my wall. We'll multiply. 4 times x is 4x. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. And that's equal to 2 times x plus 6. Now I want to get variables on one side. I'm going to choose to move them to the left. So I'm going to subtract 2x. That way I can zero out those x's on the right. On the right, I'm left with 6. On the left, I have 4x minus 2x, which is 2x. And that minus 8, I'm going to carry down. So now I have 2x minus 8 equals 6. We're peeling off layers. We've got to move that 8. Right now it's subtracted. The opposite is adding. So now I have 2x equals 14. 2x is multiplied. So the opposite is dividing. So now we're going to have x is equal to 7. Let's do another one. What if we have 4 minus 5x equals 3x plus 8? So same kind of thing, but the order is a little bit different. It doesn't matter. We're going to do the same process. I still need to move the variables to one side. I can move them to the left, just like I have been doing. To move this 3, I'm going to do a minus 3x. Notice I lined that minus 3x up with the other x on the other side. So I have a 4. It's not going to combine with anything. But when I put those x's together, I have a minus 5x minus 3x, which means I have a minus 8x total. And that's going to be equal to 8. So now I have 4 minus 8x equals 8. And then we're going to do the same kind of thing. We're peeling layers. So we're going to subtract 4 from both sides, because that's going to zero the 4's out, leaving me with a negative 8x on the left. 8 minus 4 is 4 on the right. And then we're going to divide by negative 8. So I'm going to get x is equal to, this is a positive divided by a negative, which is a negative. So I've got negative 4 over 8, and that's going to reduce to negative 1/2. So we could say x is equal to negative 1/2. So look at one more, and let's say we have a negative times, parentheses, 5 minus 2x is equal to negative 4x plus 3. The goal is the same thing. We still want to get all the x's on one side and then isolate that variable. So I'm going to start by drawing my wall. So here's my wall. We're going to have a few steps to do on this one. This one's a little bit more intense. So I'm going to distribute that negative. So this is negative times, that's an understood negative 1. So negative times 1 times 5 is a negative 5. Negative 1 times a negative 2x is a positive 2x. And that's equal to negative 4x plus 3. And then we're going to do the same thing. We want to get all the variables on one side. I'm going to move them all to the left. So to move this negative 4x, I'm going to zero it out by adding 4x. What I do to one side, I got to do to the other. Math is always fair. So negative 4x plus 4x is going to give me a 0x on the right. So we're going to have just that 3 left over. On the left, I have a negative 5. And then 2x plus 4x is a positive 6x. Notice I put that plus there. So negative 5 plus 6 times x is equal to 3. So now we're peeling layers away. Let's try to get that x term by itself. Got to move that 5. Since it's a negative 5, to zero it out, I need a positive 5. So negative 5 plus 5 is going to zero out. So I'm going to have 6 times x here. On the right, I'm going to have 3 plus 5, which is 8. And then to get x by itself, we're going to undo the multiplication by dividing. So I'm going to get x is equal to 8 over 6. But remember, that's a fraction that reduces. 2 goes into the top and bottom. 2 goes into 8 4 times. 2 goes into 6 3 times. So we would say our answer is 4/3.